Hi, everybody. It is the Norm is Frozen show, aka HorrorBuzz Live. We are here with a show that we didn't think we were going to be doing, but we cobbled together this show of. Anyway, the show that we had planned, we had to knock it into next week really hard. So here we are to bring you this week's news and information. I think at any minute my video will catch up. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we're on Instagram at HorrorBuzz. We are on Twitter, horror_buzz. We are on Facebook. And that is what we have going on. Last weekend, we had a gigantic weekend that we're still processing. And for goodness sakes, I think I'm just going to bring Lindsey on now because I appear to be rock solid frozen.
Well, I might be in Frozen Land too, so I don't know if it's just you or if it's me too.
And I swear to God, if I hear any Let It Go jokes or any Disney, I will come down so hard. Okay, Lindsey, go. Look at us.
I'm sorry. I know it's crazy.
This is a train wreck.
I'm gonna assume. Go ahead.
Wait. Are we good? Go.
I think I can hear you. Okay. So, I know we had to pivot the show a little bit today, but you guys, I'm just gonna not even gonna wait. We're not gonna pause. We're even gonna skip the chi breath that we usually do before the events announcements because there's that many. So I think we should just run with it and go right into it. Let's start with our films that we have coming out. So we have 4 that are worth mentioning that are coming out this week. On Wednesday, July 14th, so tomorrow, we have a film called A Classic Horror Story coming out. This is coming to Netflix, and it's kind of interesting. It's an Italian film. It's a foreign film, and the only synopsis that's really available for the film is just basically that there's music, and there's an abandoned house, and there's 5 strangers, and they claim that it looks like classic horror, and then something happens. It pivots, so it may not be such a classic horror story after all. And it has been described as an Italian Midsommar meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's kind of an interesting combo. Very bloody, very psychological. So if that interests you, that is coming to Netflix tomorrow, and it is called A Classic Horror Story. And on Friday, July 16th, we have a couple films coming out. The first one is going to be on video on demand. That is called Great White. It's about a group of tourists, and their vacation very quickly goes as they have a seaplane that goes down and it crashes right near a shipwreck. And they're stranded from shore, nowhere near shore, in this little inflatable raft. And they're fighting for survival and trying to make it to land before either they run out of supplies or the pack of great white sharks lurking beneath the surface come and eat them. So if you like
because great whites, they travel in herds.
Of course, there's always 100 of them.
Herds. Yeah, I had a chance to see the film. A review is up right now on the site. Adam reviewed it, and he didn't care for it all that much. But truth be told, it was just okay for me. It felt very sci-fi network. But
which some people love that. That might be someone's
jam.
Yeah,
some people completely dig that. But what I am going to tell you is that I also interviewed the director and the star of said film, and they're so cool. They're like the coolest people. Martin Wilson is the director, and the dude's hilarious. I was like, how did he started as commercial filmmaker, commercials, doing commercials in Australia, and then this was his first feature, and he's like, oh yeah, I survived this movie with coffee and therapy, and I mean, he's and then he started asking me about the movies I love, which was, very funny. Well, Mr. He is pointing out that it is Shark Week, so they do have to pump up the content. Not, not a bad point. But the people behind the film are great. So, I mean, maybe if you go in with that. Anyway,
I think that's
keep
a
going.
good attitude to have.
Keep
And
going.
maybe
Sorry.
so maybe watch it and keep what Norm said in mind. And it is Shark Week after all, so why not celebrate it right by catching great white. And we also have Fear Street 1666. So if you have caught the first two films, this is the third and final installment of the Fear Street miniseries. And it takes us back to 1666 to a colonial town that is just rife with hysterics as they go on a witch hunt that has horrible consequences for centuries to come, as we've seen in the first couple chapters of the story. And it's up to the teenagers in 1994 to finally put an end to all the madness and hopefully release Shadyside from the town's curse. So if you've been watching that, or if you're into that, you've still got time to watch the final two chapters before the final one comes out this Friday on Netflix. And rounding out our films, we have Escape Room Tournament of Champions. This is a sequel to the original's Escape Room, and it follows 6 people who find themselves locked in another series of escape rooms, and they realize that these are all winners of previous escape room games, and they have to band together to try to survive the game. So if you liked the first one, even if you didn't like the first one, or if you've never seen it, maybe check out the second one. It looks like it's got some interesting effects, so it might be worth your time, and that is coming to theaters this Friday. So let's take pause here. We'll do a Zen breath, because as I was furiously typing all these events, you guys, it's like pages and pages long. It's almost out of hand. But it's just a sign that as we continue to work towards going back to normal, that all the creatives have taken all of their creative energy from the past year and a half, and they are putting it into these incredible events.
Oh boy, have they.
I mean, really, it's so exciting.
Hardcore.
To be a fan of literally anything pop culture, sci-fi, horror, anything, you've got so much to choose from. It's incredible. I mean, your wallets will be screaming at the end of all this, I guarantee you. So let's start with something that's free. And it's the Fear Street Video Rentals pop-up experience. So I don't know about you guys, but I long for the days of browsing the aisles at the local video store. And if you are like me and miss the sound of films rewinding and the aisles of VHSs and DVDs and the stained blue carpet, then look no further. You can see a video store come to life in this incredibly fun, delightfully dark pop-up that Netflix has put together to honor Fear Street. So you can transport yourself into the middle of Shadyside as you enter a store that very well looks like it could fit into the first installment in the 1994 series in that first episode. And guests can stumble upon a not so secret passageway that takes them further back in time. And you can see some recreations of Camp Nightwing from part 2 and a church scene debuting in part 3. And Fear Street is completely free if you want to come experience it. It is first come, first serve, and it's located on Melrose in Hollywood. And space for parking is limited. It's free. It's just kind of where you can find it. So try to maybe catch an Uber or park in some non-residential surrounding areas. In that case, you might have to pay to park. But if you can find it, then you can go on over. It just costs you whatever it takes to get down there. The experience runs now until July 18th, just 2 days after the final film, Fear Street 1666, premieres on Netflix. And it runs from 5 to 11 Wednesday through Saturday and 1 to 8 on Sunday. So make sure you catch that, because it is really cool. I've seen a bunch of pictures on Instagram. I haven't had a chance to go yet. My goal is to go, and the pictures are super awesome. Norm, have you gone? Have you had a chance to?
No, I haven't had a chance to go to that. This past weekend was the Screaming Room Film Festival, which went amazingly well, but still recovering. So incidentally, Zombie Joe's watching, and he had a show, kind of like a market thing going on last week. Zombie, let us know how that went, and if that's going to be coming back soon. We're looking at the chat and looking for an answer, buddy. Let us know.
Speaking of Zombie Joe's, there is an event that's being hosted there, and it looks super awesome, you guys. It's called Fun House, Haus, like Fun House, and it is a LGBTQ plus haunt walkthrough experience, and it's
I'm
going to take.
going. I know,
Aaron,
shocker, right?
And how excited are you for it?
I'm dying. I'm
Right?
just
Because
dying.
you guys, okay, here's the official description. It takes you through dark and raunchy corridors in the to the Hall of Absurdities. How cool does that sound? It's a quick and dirty 15-minute interactive walkthrough, and it is for 18 plus audiences only. Sorry, my minors. But there is warnings that ask guests to be in good physical condition to participate. So you can expect to crawl and walk during moments of complete darkness. There might be some stanky stank smells, some loud sounds, and there is a sexual content and possible nudity mentioned. So that's why the 18 plus only. And that's all very clear on the website. So be prepared, no surprises. And the event is free, but you have to register ahead of time. And it runs from Friday to Sunday, July 16th to July 25th, from 6 p.m. to midnight most nights. Make sure to check the website for available times for your preferred day. Some slots are already sold out, so snatch up those reservations now. And it does, I mentioned, take place at Zombie Joe's Underground in Hollywood. So register for tickets on eventbrite.com, or you can go to Zombie Joe's Underground website and
They're selling tickets through his site?
So basically on his site, if you go to the site, there's a link that you click on that'll take you
Got
to
it.
the Eventbrite
There's a link on
site.
his site to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
By
sometimes it's easier.
stank smells, excuse me. What question? What
Yes.
is that?
That's a question for Zombie Joe, because I don't know what they qualify as a foul. I mean, I believe the term they used was foul smell, but I like stanky
Copy
stank
that.
better.
Also, Mr. He is asking why this wasn't out here when they were out here.
Asking what?
Okay, Mr. He, who did a performance at the Screaming Room Film Festival and co-hosted he was host number 1. So we had established that, but he's asking, hey Jeff, he's asking, why was this not happening when he was out here? So, well, you know what? It wouldn't have mattered because you were busy with the festival. So, anyway,
it just means you have to come back. That's all.
Exactly.
So much good stuff.
I'll see you soon. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Okay. And there has been an announcement from Delusion. If you guys are not familiar with Delusion, they are an incredible interactive horror theater company, and they've announced their latest installment, and it's called Reaper's Remorse. And the basic gist is that Esther Phillips is a solitary collector surrounded by all sorts of artifacts, and they carry souls in them. And it's basically like an ethereal prison. And her latest acquisition is very dangerous, and things get a little hairy after you receive an invitation to visit the very illustrious collection of one Miss Esther Phillips. And these tickets are going on sale July 14th. Now, the actual event won't be taking place until later this fall, but I tell you about this now because these tickets will sell out. So do yourself a favor and sign up for early access on enterdelusion.com, because like I said, they will sell out. Even before post-pandemic event buying frenzy, Delusion always sold out. The tickets are $89.99. Oh yeah, it's right, Norm. I mean, you've been.
It'll disappear. So just be ready and get ready to click. Just a side note, a few people were asking me about doing a HorrorBuzz Delusion event. I don't have anything on that, so make your own plans accordingly. So yeah, just don't wait for me. Do not wait for me. Just get your tickets, because I'm telling you right now that once you go, you're going to want to go back. And if we ever end up doing a little event there, well, then you can just go again, because you're going to want to go again a lot. I think this sounds a lot like my absolute favorite year, Lies Within. which was about the lady in the house who was a writer and all the, so, if this is even a fraction of how good that was, I'm down, and I'm going a lot. So
You and everyone else.
just get in there, kids, go.
If you guys aren't familiar, basically with your general admission ticket, you get the access to the event itself, the interactive play, which is about an hour and a half long. This isn't, 10 minutes or anything like that. It is an hour and a half. And you get access to the Delusions open world from open to close on the night of your show. And what that means, they have basically an entire area that you're free to roam and explore and experience anytime during the operating hours of the day of your show. So in addition to that hour and a half, you can give yourself an additional 1 to 2 hours before or after your experience to fully immerse yourself into everything that they've got to offer. And if you don't give yourself a full at least hour, you're going to miss something and you're going to want to come back. And if you decide to really go for it and go for the VIP ticket, which is $30 more than general admission, it runs at about $119. You get everything the general admission folks get, plus you get access to the private collection VIP lounge of one Miss Esther Phillips. And that gives you access to an entire second floor, so an entire additional floor that only you guys, VIPs, get access to, plus her private collection of more personal artifacts, uncovering even more exclusive and special story threads. And you get the Dark Arts private bar and lounge, and perhaps a chance encounter with the mansion's strange, magical, and eccentric resident herself. And you also get a signed poster from Delusion creator John Braver. So that's a lot of stuff. And that's why it sells out so fast. So make sure you go to enterdelusion.com and register for that early access. So moving on with our events, I mentioned this one last week, but I want to mention it again because it is that awesome. Puppet Up has some dates that they are doing in LA. If you attended Puppet Up. If you attended Not Scary Farm at all last year, 2020 doesn't exist to me. In 2019, and you saw Puppet Up, then you know what I'm talking about. These guys are incredible. It's like the Muppets and Whose Line Is It Anyway had one very twisted baby. It's really awesome, and they've got a couple shows coming up. So they are doing performances at their studio lot, and it's going to be on July 31st and August 1st. So tickets are going to be from $60 to $150. $150 is VIP and gets you the studio lot tour, a Q&A with Brian Henson, a souvenir puppet of your own, and priority seating. And they take suggestions from the audience, and as you know, chaos ensues. There's 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. showings on August 1st and 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. showings on July 31st. They are almost sold out, so if this is something that you are even considering, buy your tickets now. And speaking of Not Scary Farm, there was a very cryptic post on their Instagram, and all it states is that uncover what lies beneath, July 15th, 2021. We don't know what this means, but we can maybe take some guesses about what it might mean. We do have our calendar circled and our alarm set, and come the 15th, we're going to have our eyes glued to the gram to see what Not Scary Farm is ready to release from the fog. So if
Seriously,
you
and
be in the know,
they haven't put any invitations out for pass holders, right?
nope, not that
They
I've
haven't.
seen.
Yeah, they haven't done anything like get ready to come back into the theater, and so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's I don't know. I have no confirmation of anything, but no clue.
It's very mysterious. Maybe all they're announcing is that it is happening, or maybe this is when they announce when the pass holder announcement event is. I mean, who knows? All we know is that the 15th is a announcement day for Not Scary Farm folks. So it's like mini Christmas. It's actually better than Christmas.
No,
so.
It's so much better than Christmas. I hope that it's an online version of the announcement event. With the announcements of the 2 new mazes and things like that. So I don't know.
That would be awesome. It seems like that would be a little early, but it's
Not
also
necessarily.
a weird year. I guess that's true. A long time ago, I felt like they did it in July, but it seems
Yeah,
like
they
they
did.
do it in August.
Yeah,
as of late.
generally speaking, they do, but like, well, I don't know. Yeah, look at me, Mr. HorrorBuzz. I'm sitting here. I don't even know the dates of the last ones, but like, I remember one year they did it in July, and it was particularly early. But yeah, maybe. Heck, you guys, hey, out there, everybody, tell us when the last announcement.
I feel like it was
was.
the last Thursday in August. If anybody disagrees with me, then let us know. But
I'm not even going to Google it right now. Just tell us.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate quiz. I don't know.
It sure is. Okay, what else?
Oh, well, if you guys did not get a chance to experience Shook, then you've got a second chance, guys.
Really?
Really? Our
Clutch
friends
my
over
pearls?
at I know. Our friends over at Murder House Productions, they have brought back Shook. The Pride Horror Celebration is back by popular demand for 4 more nights, and this is it. This is like really for sure it. You get to enter the worlds of the Babadook, Sleepaway Camp, and Carrie in this interactive walkthrough haunt experience. Tickets are on sale, and they're going very, very quickly. It's $25, July 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Okay. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. So just go to eventbrite.com and search Shook, and I guarantee it'll pop right up. Or you can go to Murder House Productions bio on their Instagram, and their Instagram is MHP Haunt, and you can access it through there. Definitely don't miss it. You got a chance to experience that, didn't you, Norm?
No. Look.
No.
No, that's why I gasped, because I want
No.
to. You know what? Here's the thing, Carrie. How does Carrie play into Pride? Because Carrie had a boyfriend.
I think it's like marginalized characters because they're different, right?
I guess
It's
so.
characters that are different, and they
Yeah,
get
that's true.
punished
That's
for
true.
just being different.
That's true. But I still don't get the whole Babadook connection. Sue me. I'm sorry. But whatever. It's cool. I didn't like that movie anyway. Again, sue me for that. But see The Nightingale. It's a much better film by the same director. Anyway.
I feel like then there's fighting words. You're gonna have people mad at you for saying that. But
Look, they can like it. I didn't say it was bad. It's a very well made film. I just didn't connect with it.
That's fair.
But Great White though. Great White. Oh.
That is a film for the ages, you guys.
The director was great. God, I'm being such a jerk. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Okay.
We're running out of time too. We only have
I know. So we'll
better wrap it up, girl.
Oh gosh. Okay, we'll round it out rapid fire. A couple more things. I'm telling you guys, we could go on for like a whole nother hour and a half. It's crazy. So Spooksy Boo, they have 3 different things that they're rolling out in the coming month. It's crazy. They are going pedal to the metal and even faster than that. So they have something called Ghouls Night Out, and you get to don your darkest robes and break out that fancy attire. It is free to attend, but reservations must be made on the Spooksy Boo website. And it's like I said, free to attend. You can pay $20 to do the sanctuary experience in the Emmanuel Presbyterian Church for the very popular revived Helena photo op experience. So they did this prior and it was very well received. So they're bringing it back, and it's basically a chance for you to relive your My Chemical Romance glory days and kind of reenact the scenes from that song Helena that they perform in the music video. The event runs from 5 to 10 p.m. and they're going to have vendors and food trucks and all sorts of different photo ops for you to do. And the dates I actually had not pulled up, and I'm pulling them up for you guys right now because I'm human and I forgot to write them down. It's going to be on August 21st and August 22nd. So it's coming, but make sure you snag those reservations because they will fill up. And they are also doing their Spooky Expo. This is July 24th and 25th on Saturday from 9 to 6 and Sunday from 10 to 5. This is another type of vendor food truck situation. It's going to be at the City of Industry. So it's not in Los Angeles at the Presbyterian Church. It is on 17835 Gale Avenue in the City of Industry. If you didn't write it down, don't worry. It's on their website, spooksybooevents.com. And you can also, as I said, you can see all the vendors they have listed, and the website or the address is listed on the website. And rounding out Spooksy Boo's events, they have their art walk on August 5th from 5 to 11 p.m. That is food and vendors, but they also have big art displays. So if that's your jam, come and check it out. That one's free, but you have to reserve for that. And you make sure you go to spooksybooevents.com for that. And finally, I'm going to mention, as I always do, round it out with Awaken the Spirits. Our friends at Midsummer Scream are obviously working very, very hard and getting ready to kick off the Halloween season the weekend of August 14th and 15th at the Pasadena Convention Center. Awaken the Spirits is not Midsummer Scream. It's a completely unique event, all its own, but it will feature over 200 spooky vendors and all sorts of live entertainment and a presentation stage where fans can learn what's in store for Halloween 2021. We'll hear from everyone from LA Haunted Hayride to Delusion, as we heard about earlier today, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Winchester Mystery House, and so many others. Tickets are on sale, and you can get them at midsummerscream.org/awaken.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Indigo Storm is saying hello. Hi, friends. Hi back,
Hello.
Indigo Storm. Yeah, my I put it on solo layout because like my camera was freezing once again. My connection, not the camera. The camera's just fine. But we are running out of time.
I know.
When you told me there was a lot of stuff going on, I was like, yeah, okay.
Like, whatever.
Wow. Okay. So before I go, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. You can contribute to our server bill on Patreon or any other thing. We have shirts for sale on the site. We still have some of our Pride shirts for sale, and they're really cool looking. Next week, we're going to be back with a roundup of the oh my God, the Screaming Room Film Festival. Also, we are looking for people to review movies, review books, review games, video games, board games, any type of game, and to cover family-friendly events because we love everything spooky and scary. So if you want to join the team, please just go to the website. There's a little button that says join the team. Go for it. You guys, everybody, thank you so much for popping in, Mr. He. I miss you so much already. I want you back home. That's all I'm saying. And Indigo Storm, thanks for stopping by. Jeff, we love Jeff Gordon because he's amazing. He's also, trivia, fun fact, he's also my official bodyguard. And then, of course, Zombie Joe and Cassandra. Love you guys. Thank you so much for popping in. Lindsay, do you have any last words before we go to the absolute shortest credit sequence we've ever made?
Nope. Just stay spooky, you guys. Get your tickets and celebrate the wonderful spirit of Halloween because it is not a day, it is a lifestyle. It's 365. So let's keep it alive.
Indeed. See you in the fog, guys.